Hey, I'm Spencer with EnergeticCity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup, which is brought to you by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And today I'm here with Dan Davies.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you as well. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. And today we're going to talk a little bit about Remembrance Day. So, Dan, you've been a member of the Legion for about 25 years, and you were also part of the Canadian Armed Forces. That's correct?
Yep.
Excellent. So tomorrow for the Remembrance Day ceremony, it was announced that residents can come back to the cenotaph if they socially distance. How important is it for residents to be able to pay their respects in person as opposed to virtually?
Well, I think for people it is a very personal thing. It's very important. I've been coming to the Remembrance Day services here since 1990. Well, back when I was a kid even, but I haven't missed one, I don't think, since 1994. I joined the Legion in 1995 and have been either at the ceremonies themselves or engaged in organizing them. It is something that we have seen grow over the years. In fact, we've been talking over a number of years now is the facility behind us, the Legion, is it enough, because there are people that want to come and they can't come because it is small. So this is something that's grown, which is great, which is really important that we don't lose sight of what Remembrance Day is, why we wear this poppy, and to honor those that, have past and present who have fought, many given the ultimate sacrifice, many of them who have fought for the rights and freedoms we have, and that are still out there today serving Canada.
Absolutely. Will you be involved in tomorrow's ceremony at all?
Yeah, not the Fort St. John ceremony. Of course, my riding is pretty big, so I'm actually going to be in Hudson's Hope tomorrow at the service.
Okay.
I will be coming back in the afternoon, and I'll pop in for sure and pay my respects here. I mean, this is my Legion. I belong to this Legion, and my grandfather's who got me really involved and engaged in this. In fact, I was part of the committee that brought this new cenotaph here in the late 90s when it was over at City Hall. It was an older one, but this is the new one. But, earlier today, I think this is really relevant. I was here this afternoon with I hope I get this right, a grade 4 class from now in Holland, Miss Dutchuk's class. She brought her class over here, and we talked about the cenotaph, we talked about the Legion, we went inside the Legion. There's a little museum in there of things right back to the Boer War, which is Canada's first conflict that Canada fought in 1899, and talking to the kids, and it was really interesting talking to the teachers. The kids can go through the steps of, they can color a poppy, they can recite a poem, they can participate in a service, but what does it mean?
Yeah.
What does it mean? And having them come here and engage and have a conversation and, see some of the faces, the local people from Fort St. John and the region that have fought in different conflicts and to see this and to engage with that, it's really important to have our kids part of the services. And I'm always happy to see when we do the outdoor service here on Remembrance Day, there are lots of young people that do come out and participate in the Remembrance Day service, and it is so important, that we do keep that going, that we do keep the remembrance going, and whether or not you can be here tomorrow at 11 o'clock or just before, wherever you are, I encourage you to please take the time to stop what you're doing, take a couple of minutes at 11 o'clock, and reflect on the sacrifices that have been made.
Absolutely. Now that we can kind of safely gather in person to pay our respects, how is this ceremony going to be different than, say, pre-pandemic ceremonies?
Well, from what I understand is the main public portion is the outside portion.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to change too much around what happens here at the cenotaph. There's no parade. I don't believe there's a parade tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I saw that's not in the in what's going to be happening tomorrow for the event. So that is something that we look forward to bringing back down the road. But other than that, I think the simple aspect, whatever it looks like tomorrow, we are doing something.
Yes.
We are remembering. We're reflecting on. We're gathering here. We're allowing people to to recognize family members. There's probably not a family in our communities that all over that don't have a family member, an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent that has either engaged in one of the past world wars or served in peacekeeping times or whatever. So it is really important that whatever it is that we do offer that ability for people to come down and pay their respects, and that's what tomorrow's all about.
Yes. You were vocal about the Legion not getting enough support during the pandemic earlier this
Yep.
year. Have you seen any improvement there?
Yeah, so the Legions did get some support, some of the pandemic, and that was a lot of pushback by us. You know, the government rolled out with a bunch of different grants to support businesses, and Legions weren't part of that. So we did push. We talked to the minister, wrote to the minister, brought it up in question period a number of times. We did get funding for the Legions in BC, but then they left out the Anavets, which is another veterans club that are throughout BC. So that moved us into the second phase, to which we went back and said, all right, we got the Legions. What about the Anavets? And happy to announce that we also did get funding for the Anavets. What I will say, you know, is as things are getting back to normal, and they are, more and more people are coming out. I do encourage people. The Legion is not what the Legion used to be years ago. I mean, it used to be a veterans club. It is open to the public now. You can buy membership. I think it's only $45 a year. You know, you can support a great local organization that, in turn, the money that the Legion raises goes back to support our veterans. And I encourage people to belong to the Legion, because it does more than just support Legion. It supports, you know, there's so many different community groups and such that utilize the Legion for their meeting space. The Legion also contributes so much to the community, like I say, not just to veterans, but to sports teams, youth groups, you know, whether it's the cadets, the scouts, you know, the 4-H club, you name it. It is an incredible organization. It's an absolute fundamental piece of our community, and we need to make sure that we as residents of the whole region are supporting it as well.
Absolutely. So to support it, you just become a member.
Yep.
Are there other ways that we can support the Legion?
Well, obviously, a thing that's really easy to do is buy a poppy. You know, make sure that you do buy a poppy. And I use that word really loosely. You know, we encourage everyone to wear a poppy. If you don't have money to give, you can still have a poppy. And that's known to everybody. Everybody who's actually canvassing the poppies out. You know, take a poppy, get a poppy. If you can give, please give. And, you know, there's other opportunities. You can come up to the Legion anytime and make a donation. I think some of the boxes around town have the tap and go, you know, which is really convenient now in this day and age to tap your $5, $10, $20. And just like I say, support the Legion, talk about the Legion, and if you're over 19, become a member of the Legion.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add today?
No, I'm just happy to see that there is a service tomorrow. You know, services are going to be happening in Taylor. I understand Fort Nelson has also pushed out their public ceremony, so that it's just going to be come to the cenotaph and pay your respects on your own. Hudgens Hope is going to be doing a small service, so just I'm glad to see that there are services coming. But whatever you are doing tomorrow around 11 o'clock, if you can't be here, take a time to pause, take a couple of minutes to reflect on you know, our great nation and the great things that have happened.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Dan, for joining us today. This has been the Community Roundup, sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances, and I'm Spencer Hall with energeticcity.ca. Thank you.